Hello America, this is Call of Duty Goddess. Today is March 4th, 2016. I have an article here that was posted by a new friend of mine. It's by RT, Russian television, titled 20,000 Uniforms Bound for ISIS Al-Nusra Front Seized in Spain. And this is dated March 4th, 2016. I gotta say, it's a sad, sad day in America when we have to go to Russian television for the truth. And it's still half-truths, but I think they tell more truths than our media does. Anyway, Spanish police have confiscated 20,000 battle uniforms destined for jihadists in the Middle East, likely Islamic State and Al-Nusra Front. The uniforms were prepared for dispatch in 3 containers under the guise of second-hand clothes. The Interior Ministry believes that the roughly 20,000 military uniforms and accessories confiscated, bound for destinations controlled by Islamic State and Al-Qaeda affiliate Al-Nusra Front in Syria and Iraq, would enable terrorists to equip an entire army, it said in the statement. The containers which carried the military uniforms were declared as second-hand clothes so as not to raise suspicions and be able to pass different customs inspections without any difficulty, the statement said. The camouflage uniforms were packed in large bundles hidden among the clothes. Spanish police revealed that one of the companies run by the detained suspects was specializing in importing second-hand clothes. One of the arrested used this second-hand clothing company for dispatching military material, money, electronic and transmission material, firearms, and precursors for making explosives to Syria and Iraq, police said. The operation took place nearly a month ago, yet Spain's Interior Ministry only announced the results on Thursday. Well, it's very convenient that this hijra is taking place, and all of a sudden, under the guise of helping these refugees, that most of them are not from Syria and they are of virile fighting age, under the guise of sending them supplies and clothes, they get uniforms, military equipment, and guns. And this is where I say it's obvious where the secret societies come together with the Islamic jihadists via the Muslim Shriners. And this is all wrapped in together. Now, it's odd that this article does not list who the uniforms came from, what charity these uniforms and such come from. Let's continue. Spanish law enforcement also arrested 7 suspects, thus neutralizing very active and efficient business network, whose primary purpose was to supply, maintain, and strengthen Islamic extremists, the police statement said. The arrested individuals provided logistic and financial services to Islamists, maintaining a continuous flow of supplies to terrorists. Last month, Europol officials called attention to the fact that unknown number of jihadists could have infiltrated into the EU via the poorly controlled influx of asylum seekers coming into Europe. I call it the Hijra. Between 3,000 and 5,000 European Union citizens trained in ISIS terror camps as so-called foreign fighters have returned to Europe and pose a completely new challenge, acknowledged Rob Wainwright, Europol's director. According to continent's top cop, Europe is currently facing the highest terror threat in more than a decade. The seizure in Spain of 5 tons of military goods destined to such a schizophrenic terrorist group as ISIS serves prove that there are established international networks illegally serving terrorist interests, Gorka Castillo, a journalist and Middle East expert from Madrid, told RT Spanish. Castillo said, noting that filters in the Spanish authorities used to screen asylum seekers are not exactly effective, just like the policies pursued by the EU in order to restrain terrorist groups financially. I'll leave the link below for this. This is Call of Duty Goddess signing off, and as always, I've got your 6.